Let's go. You know what show is. And we in the show from every time we show up. Haters think they know something, and we living on.
Yo, what up? Double Drivel, Dan Abbott, aka The Sweetness.
Yo, what up? Zach, aka The Cheesy Chestnut.
Alright, we are at post-trade deadline, the deadest trade deadline that ever been deaded. We were wrong about everything. Boston was very quiet aside from the nice little Jordan Crawford pickup. Utah was silent. There were a couple decent trades that happened. You want to talk about them?
Yeah, the most significant a playoff team, the Houston Rockets, traded for the number 5 overall pick, Thomas Robinson, from my Sacramento Kings. They gave up 3 rotation players. Both their power forwards in the rotation are gone. Tony Douglas, their backup point guard, is gone. This team might not make the playoffs anymore, honestly. Yeah,
they could easily slide out of the 8 spot right now. They're looking, it's dangerously close right now. I like the trade for Milwaukee, the Redick trade, because they get a guy in Redick who's going to reduce Ellis's minutes, and that's a net positive for this team. Redick's a very good player, veteran player, and Gustavo Ione is a fantastic player in the low post. I'm not sure if he's going to get much minutes on that weird rotation because they got a bunch of 4s and 5s in Milwaukee, but this team is making the playoffs. They don't even care if they lose every game they play in the playoffs. They want to make the playoffs, and they're going to now. Orlando is just mortgaging their future. Moving on. A playoff team that is just spiraling like my fucking fantasy team. Chicago Bulls are looking straight awful right now.
Yeah, we called this a couple months back. Their dynamic duo and Dang and Noah have been logging heavy minutes and heavy dong, and it is not working out.
Dang is still number 1 most minutes played per game, above KD, above LeBron. Like, they are just wearing thin.
They are, and Nate Robinson as your starting point guard isn't going to get it done.
They failed to score 70 twice. They didn't score over 80 a bunch of games. They've only scored triple digits 4 times in the last month. This team is on a path to absolutely no playoffs.
And they still have really gross mustaches.
Gross mustaches. But a dude we love with actually an alright mustache. Yeah. Jarrett Jack in the Yay area hanging mad dong.
He has been over 20 points per game in his last 10. On the season, 14 and 6. Dude is a serious threat to 6th man of the year right now.
Absolutely. I think he might even have it right now for me. I mean, he's getting paid $4.5 million a year to be in the backup position. He should be starting in a lot of places. Great pickup by them in the offseason. He'll be the reason they can stay in the playoff picture for sure.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
And lastly, the Pacers are looking real good right now.
Real fucking good.
Roy Hibbert has even stepped up his production as of late. I mean, I think he's a defensive player of the year candidate. He's been holding it down in the paint for those guys. His offensive game is coming along, like I said. And you got to think that Paul George is a serious MVP threat.
Well, he's not, because it's LeBron's race this year. KD's not even in the conversation anymore. But the Indiana's resurgence is Paul George and David West. Yeah. Paul George and David West. David West is averaging over 18 PER, over 25% usage rate right now. Played in almost every single game. He's one of only 9 dudes in the league right now to do that. That's fucking crazy. Pacers looking like serious contenders right now.
Imagine this team with a real point guard.
Right,
too.
Exactly. Yeah. Double dribble. Blah. Fun time with fantasy.